Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome to another week of Taking High Ground Live. We are happy to be here. It's a lot of news to talk about today. Yeah, more than usual. It seems like the first quarter of the year has a lot of surprises. But first and foremost, FNCS was announced for this year. We don't know where it's going to be at this year yet, but it is about roughly around a 7.4 million $1 million prize pool. Slightly, it's either slightly less than last year or it would be on par depending on if that's the same prize pool for the global championship. We have some comic conversations to have, some major surprising news towards the end. Obviously, recent sales, recent pickups, and some top 50 information on there as well. Also, the first major update of the Fortnite season is next week. So it's a lot of stuff to talk about. My name is Rob. Bro, how you doing today?
What's going on? All right, I guess what's up to everyone who's here already.
Yes.
We got Inky Brush Schwartz. Let me scroll down here. JT, Wayne, Westrom, what's going on?
What's up?
Dill,
What's up, y'all?
Husky, Famous, Matthew Fair, Black Ash, what's going on? Mount Rushmore, good to see you. Daniel, oh my gosh. Shane, what's going on? If I didn't, Daniel too. Okay. If I missed you guys, I'm sorry. Thank you guys for being here. 22 people.
Let's
Today's
go.
crazy. I've been trying to keep this in and I can't. I'm so
Yeah,
excited
yeah.
to talk to you guys. But first, before we do that, there's a couple of updates that we want to get into before we spill the beans on some crazy stuff. Um, so if you're in the Facebook group or if you're in the Discord, you know that we updated the website with the prototype card checklist for USA. Now I'm going to be working on the Italy ones soon. Wayne, who's one of the guys who discovered the actual USA versions, was so helpful with his checklist that made this super easy for me. So the Italy ones are going to be a little bit harder to get through just because of how they were discovered between two different people, and it
Yep.
wasn't as clear cut. And since Wayne did all the legwork to get everything verified that these were actually, official Panini printed and everything, he already had like a whole list of everything organized for me. So that's super helpful. I went ahead and sorted this by known to exist for each category. Some said there were some misspellings. I had to go through it because I just used what was on the list. So if some got misspelled, I'll fix them. Just let me know. But yeah, I try to separate it between unreleased, variation, and hollow foils. So if you have any questions, please reach out into the Discord. I think that was everything from the website side, besides maybe some small stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in Discord unless you have anything to
Nope,
say
that's
there.
good.
So today, I know people have been buying and selling cards in the Discord, so I thought it was time that we start doing a verified buyer list. So if you're in the Discord, go ahead and ask for a vouch in here so people can vouch for you. So Documentary over here got 5 vouches. If you don't know, that's Kari. Um, so I'm going to be reviewing everyone's vouches, and then based on that information, I'll move you to the verified list. Um, this is for you guys' benefit. So, like, if you want to buy and sell cards to people who aren't verified, you're more than free to do that. But we did add auctions that we're going to run for people. The only way you can actually bid on something is if you are verified for the auctions. Okay, that's because we don't want people to lose out on a sale because of an unverified person just messing around. With that said, the very first auction is tomorrow morning.
Let's
Um,
go.
I believe at 8 a.m. is being done in the Facebook group, but I realize a lot of people aren't in the Facebook group. So I'm going to talk about it here. Wayne is selling a PSA 9 USA Crystal Shard Peely. Now, we just finished our top 50 list, and we haven't released it yet. We're working on it. Rob will talk about that in a little bit. Peely,
Hmm.
it's pretty high up there, I have to say. So he's selling this in a Dutch auction, and if you haven't done this before, he's starting at $4,000, and every 20 minutes, that price is going to go down 100. Okay.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna be monitoring the Facebook group, and I'll be posting here every time he updates the price and if it's been claimed. If you're in the Facebook group, by all means, please go there and participate and do it with him. If you do not have Facebook or you're not in the group anymore, but you want to participate, I will be your proxy. If you want to claim it at whatever price it is, like let's say it gets to 3,000, you want to claim it, you post it here, but you have to be verified, or send me a message beforehand. Um, so if you're interested, and I will claim it for you, and then I'll work with Wayne to work out the details. So it's very exciting. Shout out to Wayne and this crazy card. I like when people do stuff like this.
Yeah,
So it's very interesting. Starting at 4,000. Oh, also the floor is $100. So it has to at least sell for $100 or he's taking it off. That's a very, very, very
generous.
low floor for this card. So
Yeah,
um, we'll see how it goes. I'm interested to see. Uh,
man.
so
I mean, that's interesting. I mean, first of all, shout out to Wayne for the price that he's even starting it at. Um, I'm interested to see how this goes. It should be very interesting. Top card right here. We won't say which one. It's pretty obvious, but we won't say which one just yet.
all right, and then did you want to jump into the pickups? We're gonna do it a little bit different because we have so much news to get through.
Yeah,
We were gonna do pickups first,
yeah.
if you're cool to jump into those.
Yep.
All right, so people been using the pickups here. I think this is the
Make
first
sure
one.
you.
Yep.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah, I already went all the way back up to the top. So North Bay has some straight fire here with a 10.
Prisoner 10. Storyline strong. Obviously, Ice King and then the Fire King right here. And the PSA 10, you can't beat that.
All right, and we've got Ragnarok. And so when we release the top 50, we were gonna be expecting some feedback and like hear what you guys thoughts.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to kick it with you guys on that. Some of these cards, let's see if they make it. This
Yeah.
is always a cool card. I like the frozen fish sticks.
That pose is crazy, man. I love it. I love it.
I actually don't own this card. I kind of want this one pretty. Like I
Mhm.
actually like this fish stick more than the Series 1 one. It's
Oh
just
yeah, no, that joint is cold, no pun intended.
yeah, like they went above and beyond for the design of this card.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I also like on the base card how you can see the snowflakes in the back a little bit better.
Yeah, this one you can.
That yeah,
Yeah,
that is dope. I don't know how strong you can see it in the hollow. I can't remember. It's been a minute, but yeah.
we got some results from a sub. Another 9. Lynx is incredibly hard to
Yeah.
grade.
Yeah.
So I feel you on that one. All
That
right,
them blues is S2, man.
we got another Dyer, and I see y'all been picking up these Bunker
The Bunker
Jonesies
Jonesy's been flying a
after our
little
last
bit.
video. Yeah, they've been flying.
Yo, it's
We got
crazy
some
too.
pin.
What's dope about Bunker Jonesy though is that obviously Pilly is S1 and it's yellow, and then you got Bunker Jonesy that's yellow as well in S2. So it's a perfect match, bro. If you got the Pilly in your collection and you got Bunker Jonesy, that's kind of a dope combination. Got Reflex there too, and Dyer.
Daniel's asking, does Wayne have any vouchers? Yeah,
Maybe
I
a
can
little
vouch
bit,
for Wayne. I can
maybe a
vouch
little
for
bit.
Wayne.
You know,
Um,
nothing too crazy.
all right, Scar. This is Thomas. He's got some fire here too. He started picking up some pins.
Nice
I see
assortment
you.
right here.
This is a really good assortment. Like some of these things we've seen other people post, it looks like other people are picking up stuff. I've
Hmm.
just seen what other people are finding. We got some Italy here.
Yeah, jump shot up there. I see that.
Yo,
Oh
Matthew
man,
Fair has been killing it. I see him posting a lot of stuff on here.
yeah.
If you guys aren't in the Discord and you want to join, just go to FortniteCards.com, click on Collectors Club, and you can find the link to the Discord.
Yes, sir. Oh, let me start the Instagram real quick.
Oh yeah, you see this one?
Yeah. I see it. I see it. I see it. That is a beautiful card right there. I have a PSA 9. Still waiting on the PSA 10. Shout out to you for having this one. This is a dope card right here.
Mount Rushmore said he's looking for a Bunker Jonesy Optichrome gem if anybody has it.
Good one.
So that will be a good look on that one. I actually need to get I don't know if y'all can see all my hushes back here. I need to get me a Optichrome 10 hush at some point.
Oh yeah, the 10.
Oh
for
my
sure.
goodness.
Yeah,
What have
bro.
you been doing?
Yeah, bro.
No way you got a PSA 10 Zadie?
The
That's
Zadie.
fire.
Yo, shout out to Zadie right there. That is
PSA 10
that
Ice Queen.
that might be my number one card of S2. S2 now. It climbed the ladder pretty high.
Your number one? Oh
Yeah.
no, Aura is still number one for me.
Well, it's because I've been wearing
For
that
you, this
skin in
is
game.
your favorite.
Yeah, just based off of PC. I've been wearing that skin in game crazy like heavily. I'm very surprised at how much I fell in love with that skin. But yeah, she's up there for me.
Yeah, Zadie's pretty tight. I want one. I still can't get like a regular one.
Yeah.
I've always liked this card. A lot of gems here. A lot of gems. Are these Italy 10s too?
Wait. That Ice Queen is a 10?
That Ice Queen's a 10.
Shout out to you, bro. My goodness, you
Yeah,
did
that
amazing.
is. If you guys don't know, that's an extremely hard gem.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Is it 2, 3, 4, something very, very low? I can't remember.
I might have to look that up real
Yeah,
quick.
you might have to look that up because that's a very low
Yeah.
gym rate. So that's a major. Did you sub this, buy this? We'd love to know. Because that's a crazy hit. Now the med kit is crazy. I actually like this card now after they changed how you use med kits.
Nah, yeah, that wow,
Yeah,
that looks really good.
JT. Yeah, we have a huge stuff to talk about, but it's gonna take the whole show. And so we don't want to like forget these people who have been posting so much. Um, so we're gonna get to it. We're almost through these. We're almost
Yeah, I
through
mean,
these.
and then the thing is, if by the time we have that conversation, it's gonna be a whole bunch of questions, topics is gonna branch off. We're never gonna get to this stuff, and
It's
then
gonna
it's
be
gonna
a
be
crazy episode to talk about. So let's get through
yeah,
some of these people who posted. Um, you can see the little color differentiation or color print line here.
yeah.
Kind of interesting. I don't know if this one is
DJ
two.
Yonder, West put
DJ Yonder
some on the
Shard
ice cream.
Brazil.
That's dope.
All right, we got Kari with a 10 here. Two tens. Oh wow.
Yo,
One's Italy, one's USA.
that's dope. Got Proto just chilling there too.
And then we got here, and they were talking about the color difference in this. And
Yo,
this is one thing is like I actually reached out to Tag because like I have an Italy card and they did not market like Italy. So I
yeah,
reached out to them to hey, it's like if you guys even want to try to like compete against like these guys, you got to make sure you're showing this because this is a big difference right
it's a
here.
major difference.
That's a
Yeah.
major difference. That dark green versus that light green, major difference.
But you know what? I'm gonna bring up something that you said that's interesting. Like this shot right here. Remember how you were saying like you know you like the difference of shard
Yeah,
pattern in S1. I mean S2 is unique within itself. Honestly, it's not as drastic as
it's
S1,
not
but
as drastic.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I really do like S2 Italy shards. Cracked ice, my bad. And before we jump to the next one, uh they broke it, bro. So that's three PSA 10s now for Ice Queen. That's dope. Shout
Oh,
out to
so
you, bro.
Ice Queen now has 3 out of how
Yeah,
many graded?
3 out of 45.
So Ice Queen, 3 out of 45. So there's only 3 gems out of 45 submitted. That's
Yeah,
crazy. We got Rice for some more crazy pulls here.
man.
And what is this? $125 for
For a
an eight.
PSA, can't beat that.
Now this is such an interesting card. You can see his whistle's gone.
Yeah.
This is the first thing that like proved like the prototype thing. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? It was like you could see that they messed up here and they actually put the wrong one in the set.
Yeah.
So that this will forever be an interesting card to me because of that.
Not for sure.
Oh man, Inky's got a lot here.
Yeah, Inky's been going crazy. Yeah, I feel like the trend, you know how the trend with Wayne is like pretty much every time he shows his recent pickups or something, he's either Renegade or Pilly. I feel
Hmm.
like Inky always has a Midas in his now. Like I feel like that's like a little
You,
trend with him.
I think he pulled. Did he pull it? Someone pulled one recently. I don't know if it was Inky or
Yeah.
not, but that's true.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just showing their Midas every time
Yeah.
because
Let us know,
why not?
Inky. Is the Midas collection pretty crazy right now?
Ooh, they've got a Manic, which is also a hard grade.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh man, Rob
Man,
is picking up some
Rob,
fire here. You got the see like this is what I've been talking about. These duos.
these duos, man.
These duos have like these are kind of important, man. Like so for series one, they do this a lot more than any of the series. And we
Hmm.
talked about this last week. It's like mission specialist and versus the female one. So you get a lot of these counterparts. So this is really cool.
And you know what's dope about the Skull Trooper situation? It's kind of a double on there because technically a duo is Skull Trooper, Go Trooper because they came out together. But then
Hmm.
you add Skull Ranger in there. That's a pretty crazy triple if you can do that.
That's true. Like I guess you can pick like which one you want. You want
Yeah,
the two
yeah,
troopers,
yep.
So yeah, I could see that.
Dang,
And there
Kari,
we cars
man.
going off too.
Shout out to him and Rice. That was a nice little trade between them.
All right, here's another Zadie. The Optichrome looks crazy in the
Optichrome.
BGS. And then a Tigris Optichrome. Man, so like some of these cards are like really picking up. People are really starting to collect some of these big
Yeah.
names.
First of all, shout out to the 37 in the chat in the live right now. Y'all are not going unnoticed. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah, thanks for sticking around. You guys are not going to regret the news that we have today,
Yeah.
hopefully. Oh, this is awesome. So I tried all week to stay out of this chat just to see this stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Warfighter finally picking up some prints. I don't know if this is your first one. If it is, congrats, man. You've got the Imagined nice front and center here. I love this. I love this page.
It's a dope page, man. Dope page.
I gotta buy more. Like that's like what I've been into is these like original art pages from the comics.
Yeah.
So I really want to get more of
You
those.
definitely can't overlook that Raptor and Sunstrider either up there.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah, no,
yeah,
for sure, yeah.
that's dope right there. Season chapter 1, season 5, and then the OG and Raptor. Dope pickups for sure.
I whenever I see the Sunshine, I always think of that the intro to one of those seasons at Loot
Yeah.
Lake with
Yep.
her and the Skull Trooper and everything.
Yeah.
That's what that reminds me of that every time I see her.
What was that? That was the going to season 6, right? I think it was season 6. Yeah, chapter
I
1, season
think it was
6.
season 6, which is probably why I remember it my favorite season.
Yeah.
Um,
That Elmira,
I love the
Amira.
blue on this.
Yeah, that joint is dope.
That's your first original art. Well, congratulations, Warfighter,
Yo,
man.
shout out
Get
to
that
you,
joint,
Warfighter. That's
get that
dope.
joint framed. It looks awesome, man. It looks awesome. If
Warfighter
you
has a
can,
dope collection too.
yeah, he does for sure.
In
Look
game
at
and
so
in the actual card hobby.
Yeah, I wonder what's more impressive is his in-game locker or his card hobby.
I want him to pick that because his it's pretty crazy on the in game side.
And this one's for Dylan. I was just an
Oh
Optichrome
man.
Hollow 10. Now I don't know what the gem rate is on these, but that thing is
Bro,
beautiful.
look at the mask, the hair, the Optichromes hit, bro. Y'all better stop playing around, bro.
Dude,
Series 2 Optichromes is crazy. I'm trying to man, listen.
I need to send some in, man.
That
That
joint
looks
is nuts.
fire. I gotta send
That
one in.
Andy did the slight tilt. He knew exactly what to do. He knew
Yeah,
exactly what
yeah,
to
no,
do.
for sure. That joint is clean.
Yeah, that
Um,
joint crazy.
I'm about to start like focusing on some Optichromes. All right, I think that was everything from the pickups.
So yeah,
I think.
that's great on the pickups. JT's gonna love this too because we're about to go over the sales real quick. Don't worry, it's not a lot, but we do want to just highlight some sales because and I want to get a little bit more I want to get a little bit better with this, but I'm just trying to pull at whatever I see, and usually they're in my watch list. But either way, Red Knight is down from her last PSA 9 sale, I believe, at 840. But I mean, for the person that purchased it, that's an amazing buy. This was in PWCC. A lot of people don't pay attention to PWCC, so people get some major steals on that side. Bush Ranger for 499, crazy.
Yeah, that's an interesting price right there.
Yeah.
Interesting about Bushranger, we don't ever talk about him, but he
Mm-hmm.
does have not comic lore yet, but he has in-game
And game
fandom
lore.
lore
Mm-hmm.
where like if you guys weren't aware of this, like he died in like the island and turned into a tree. Like they
Yeah.
made it like a burial for him from
Yeah.
season to season. So it's really interesting, very cool character that has a lot of reskins. So um
Crazy.
that's a kind of crazy pickup. I didn't know. I don't know how many gems there are, and I don't know how many people are chasing it, but that sold price is pretty crazy.
Dylan, lead this next one. I'll check the gym report on that one.
All right, sure. So we got Bunker Jonesy, and then we have Malice. So that is also PSA. Man, Series 2 PSA 10s are doing some decent
Yeah,
prices here. Interesting enough, Malice went for more than Bunker Jonesy.
which is interesting, right?
I don't know the pop on these two, but that's really interesting. I wouldn't have expected that.
I
Um,
I think Malice has a little bit of a card fan base from what I've seen. I've seen it in a Facebook group a couple of times. People saying that it's starting to pop off a little bit.
if I look at Malice just pure on the card and not on like game usage and stuff, it's pretty fire. I could see
It's a
that.
dope. It's dope.
It's
Yeah,
a dope one. If you take like all your game knowledge out of it and just like look at this for the first time in just pure card,
yeah,
that's a pretty dope card. And I don't even like reds that much, but that one's pretty fire.
yeah. So
Um,
JT Bush Ranger is at 3 PSA 10s, 12 total.
wow, so that's a pretty hard gem.
Yeah.
Um, go ahead. You
I knew
can
you.
take this one.
I knew you would like that one. Spooky Team Leader, SGC 9.5. It looks amazing in an SGC slab, no lie.
Hmm.
350. That's a solid sell in my opinion. The
And I think that's
buyer
a solid
definitely got to
sale.
steal. The buyer definitely got to steal him in my opinion, but definitely a great one right there. Ironically, this was my old drift and it sold for 750, which is crazy. Uh PSA 6.
This is legit your old drift. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
this is the one that I graded. And I obviously sold to purchase the PSA 9. So yeah, that's kind of crazy to see that go full circle. It's been through a couple hands and we know the hands that it's been through. So that's crazy. Last but not least, this page is kind of ironic. You got two major sweat skins right here. We'll start with the bottom one first. Best offer accepted, 1,200 on Crystal PSA 10, which is a great sell. Crystal, in my opinion, she falls in unique situations. I think, like Dylan said in a previous video, her new style didn't make her pop as crazy as she is, but she's iconic in my eyes. Not the iconic of the drifts and pillies, but like sweat iconic in my opinion. Sweat iconic's a little different.
Yeah, yeah. She's Crystal's a good one. I've never been a fan of
Yeah,
this actual skin, but you can't deny it. You know, Booga like popularized her, and
yeah.
like she's just like, and she got a new style.
Hmm.
It didn't stick around as much as I would have thought it would have.
Yeah.
But she did get new style, so they're definitely paying attention to that skin. And of course,
There you
now
go.
this is crazy, guys. So $1,700 for this aura with the down market and like how many tins like have been like graded and stuff like that. I wasn't expecting for this to be this strong. I was like, dang, I wish I had some cash to buy this. And it just kept going up. And I was like, oh, I would have never been able to buy it. Um, Joshua, the breaking news is coming soon, man. We got
Yeah.
multiple avenues of breaking news.
The conversation won't change after the breaking news, so we just want to make sure.
We're just getting through all this early
Yeah.
stuff first. It's not that wild, but I mean, 1,700. I mean, because at one point I think it was in like the 2K range. I can't remember
Yeah.
exactly how high or it went. But in this market, this is a really good price for the seller.
Hmm.
I still think it's a good price for the buyer too.
Yeah.
It's just this is crazy. So congratulations to all the people who bought and sold this week. This is. You got any more past these?
No, no, no. This is
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is
Do the
good.
last
This is
one.
good. So to Shar point, so Shar is talking about he went crazy on the S2 megas. He could tell how many boxes he purchased, so it won't be a false number. But he was very confident in his approach, and it paid off. I mean, obviously, this came from the blowout sales. Graded, kept the ones that he wanted to, and put the rest on the market. And that's pretty crazy to see how S2 is doing. Just like Sammy said, the market looks a lot different than 6 months ago. I think this is the year of S2 for sure. Maybe something else, but we'll see.
Okay, so I know everyone wants to get to the juicy details, but let's go to the first, less juicy but still extremely exciting.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of you probably have seen this around, um, but I'll just throw this up on here. There was a rumored comic back last year, if
Mm-hmm.
I can find it, called Order Restored, and this was not false. So we thought that this could just not been true, but it was true. It was supposed to come out in January,
Mm-hmm.
but that is not happening. It's probably gonna be later this year. Um, and based on the sources, it is being headed by Kevin. I'm not even gonna try his last name.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I guess he runs the MCU pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So he's involved in the storytelling. It's being written by the new creative director that replaced Donald Mustard. And they made a point to say there has been a change in story since Donald Mustard's departure.
Yeah.
Now, that's a very interesting
Mm-hmm.
sentence to add in there. Um, what does that mean exactly? I'm not sure,
Mm-hmm.
but that means absolutely no skin is off the table or character,
Mm-hmm.
right? So this means that any character could be brought into the limelight. Um, so for those people
And
who
taken out for that matter.
and taken out, right? So it
Yep.
could be the seven could be scrapped.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? We really don't know. Jonesy could now be the main character. I will say that Donald Mustard was pretty big on like the island was the story. The
Mm-hmm.
island was the main character. Um, maybe that's what's changing, and that there
Mm-hmm.
is a main character for Fortnite. I don't know, but we will see.
Yeah, and to be honest, I may not feel exact. I can't. Okay, so I may not feel like this exactly because the one I feel you on this, JT. The only problem I have is I don't know where the cutoff was where Donald Mustard's control stopped. You know what I mean? Like obviously his feet is tight in here, but to JT's point, a lot of people feel this way as well. And I'm not talking about just regular fandom. I'm talking about people that follow the storyline pretty intricately, like on the ones that have the YouTube pages and the Twitter pages. A lot of people do have this same feeling. What do you feel?
You talking to me or you talking to
Yeah,
JT?
to you.
I said it one more time. My bad. I was reading
What
something.
do you feel when it comes to, JT is just talking about like how, he felt Donald Mustard was all over the place, and
Yeah.
a lot of people share that same opinion. Uh,
I
but I just don't know when his pull and control you know
yeah.
kind of snapped in half, and he kind of had to
I think that's what people
pivot.
like. Fortnite was like really creative and went all over the place, and that's what everyone got behind it with their crazy theories, trying to figure
Hmm.
out what Donald Mustard was doing. It had everybody on his toes. I just hope that they can keep that same energy going while,
Yeah.
making it grounded. Like I feel like it really fell off chapter 4 and chapter 3. The
Hmm.
end of those seasons, like when they did like the silver thing and like there was no answer, like that's when the story really started to fall apart for me.
Yeah.
Everything else seemed pretty okay until then. Then it really kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
So
And another thing that has to be realized in this is the creative control though. So to JT's point, he said he was still taking credit for all of chapter 4, so he should be blamed for stuff up to this point. The thing is, what he was taking credit for is the whole aspect of it. Now when it comes to the storyline, we obviously seen that he had to wrap it up. So if you remember the cut scene where they had Jonesy and they had the visitor and everybody sitting and watching the mushrooms blooming, all that type of stuff happen, everybody was confused because in the storyline they were just taken away. So people were confused, but Donald Mustard had to wrap it up. Like he had to wrap it up so it can be fresh for Charlie Wynn. So I do get where JT's coming from, and I don't completely disagree because we've both said it as well. It got rocky towards the end for sure. So hopefully, to JT's point, it is more well put together. But I appreciate what Donald Mustard did for sure.
I know I speak for a lot of people who I'm just glad they're doing more
Yeah,
because like I
yeah.
need something, and we probably won't see this till the end of 2024. But I'll be excited to see what they do.
Hmm.
If they go the main character route, I don't really care what they do. I just want something,
Yeah,
and I just hope they knock it out of the park. So yeah, the storyline does feel like all over the place, but like you said, it's a mystery to it. You're only seeing it from your point of view and not every character's point of view. And that
yeah,
was Donald Mustard's whole thing. Um, and that's what the comics are trying to shape together. But I
yeah.
do agree, the end of chapter 3, beginning of chapter 4, it was way too messy.
It was frustrating.
It was very frustrating.
Yeah,
So like if that was Donald Mustard, then he did mess up there.
for sure.
But we don't have all the details
Yeah.
for that. So yeah, the whole thing about the Marvel fingerprints. I keep saying a lot of people's like, "Oh, can we bring Fortnite? Can it become part of the MCU?" I'm one of the people who says, "Forget that. They can become part of us. I want Fortnite, to be the leader." Like their point, this
Hmm.
is the origin,
Yeah.
right? Like we don't want to just become part of Marvel.
Right.
I think Epic Games and Fortnite can be bigger than that, than just one piece of Marvel.
Yeah.
So Marvel has their hands in like the guy who is Charlie Wynn, he came from Marvel. And
Hmm.
obviously he brought in the Marvel guy right now, right? That's the connection, I feel like. So
Yeah.
hopefully it doesn't get too Marvel-y and we
Hmm.
can keep our core like, thesis, but I don't know.
Uh,
We'll see how it goes.
Before we transition, what is your confidence in this transition into a new story and a new head of the story, out of 10?
Um so they're using the girl from Miss Marvel
Hmm.
and to help write it. And she's only written one comic before. The Zero Point comics got ratings like 9 out of 10 and blew
Yeah.
the comic world apart and beat sales. Why they're
Yeah.
using, even if her comic got like a 7 out of 10, a new writer, I
Hmm.
don't know. Like, why aren't they using someone who's more, yeah, I don't know why they're not using someone who's more experienced.
Yeah.
Maybe she's that good. I really don't know. But that is something that kind of scares me. Because I think that, the guy, blank on his name, Christos Gage, I think he did an
Yeah.
amazing job on the comics he wrote with Donald Mustard.
For
Like
sure.
an amazing. And so, and a lot of stuff is baked into that. Like, why we like the Renegade Raider cover with their stone. Like, I
Hmm.
think there's a lot of secret meaning to that, but that might be all out the window now. So
More than likely.
it's a lot to take in, guys. There's a lot to take in with that one.
Yeah.
All right. Are you
So
guys ready?
let's
It's
go.
story time. All right. So let's get back to cards.
Build it up.
Um,
Build it up.
we got to build it up. Rob and I have been doing the show for about 2 years now. We put
Hmm.
so much time, so much effort to this. And recently we're like, man, what if they never come out with cards again? How can we do this show and keep it
Yeah.
going if there's no more cards? So we were doing all these strategy meetings trying to come up with, and I was like, all right, wait a minute. Let's try to figure out what's going on here. So I tracked down the email for the co-founder of Epic Games and I sent him an email. He didn't reply. So I followed up and followed up. Finally, he replied, and I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys here what he said. So I asked him. I said, let me throw up here. I asked him. The Fortnite community has been waiting on the next release of Fortnite trading cards. Has this been discontinued? And then blah 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 blah. Finally, he replies. He says, "Let me contact the consumer products, the director of consumer products."
Hmm.
He put me in touch with him, and he took him like 2 days to reply. So I said, sorry to bug you. Is there any information you can provide? He finally answers. He goes, it's not the end of the program. We don't have anything to announce just yet, but hopefully we have something to share soon. So it is confirmed that Fortnite Cards is coming back.
Hmm.
And I could not have been happier.
Yeah.
So there's more stuff. We got more to tell you guys. So this is where the theories and everything come in. We don't have any dates or any
Hmm.
information about that, but Fortnite Cards is coming back, and this comes directly from the director of consumer products from Epic Games.
Direct. That
Direct from
so
them.
so for context, obviously we're a business, so we share an email together. And when that joint popped up, me and Dylan messaged each other immediately, like, yo, see, we felt we didn't know what was gonna happen. I was more on the pessimistic side at this point, more than the optimistic side. But this was definitely a breath of fresh air.
So here's where it gets interesting. You start talking about
Yes.
prototypes. All right, here's where it gets really interesting, guys. And this is where I want everybody. This is like the next hour of this show is going to be you guys talking with us. What do y'all think? What are your theories?
Hmm.
How can we approach this? What's going to happen to Panini? Nope, that's not it. So I did some more searching because now that we know it's confirmed, there's only a couple of people who could do it if Epic Games isn't doing it themselves. So I went searching to try to figure out if anybody's updated their list and everything.
Hmm.
So we found out who will be doing the Fortnite trading cards.
Man, for a whole long time of not having
Dude, like,
information on Fortnite cards,
yeah, it's
it
all
is
coming together.
crazy. But
Yeah,
all
so
right,
it's
yeah.
like, so if you guys are ready to find out, now I don't know if you guys will be excited, happy,
Yeah,
disappointed. It's not THG. I wish it was. I
that
wish
would
it
be
was us.
amazing. That would be
Um,
amazing.
but without a little drum roll here, Fanatics is going to be doing it. Now, this
Yeah.
is based off the information that we can find on the site. Fanatics has this part of the site that says collectibles partners. Doesn't get any more clear than that, right? If you
Hmm.
scroll down, they have added Fortnite to their list. If
Hmm.
you look at all of these, they have trading cards for Dune. These are all their trading card partners.
Yeah.
Stranger Things. Like you could see lists of full partners, but these are their trading card partners. So Fortnite will be done by Fanatics. Okay. Now, what I don't want is Zero Cool. If I can be that clear, I have not liked Zero Cool. So I went digging into Zero Cool. They haven't posted anything since September of last year. I
Hmm.
think Zero Cool, or whatever they're called, has gone dormant. And since Fanatics has purchased Tops for
Hmm.
$500 million, and Tops does Star Wars and all these other ones and did some Disney, I
F1.
think they did
Hmm.
F1. So I think that Tops will be the ones managing it for Fortnite.
Yeah. And Daniel, we agree with this. That's why we want to have this conversation, because we don't know if this is good or not. We this is the tough part. If it me and Dylan was talking before this, that's why we want to have this conversation with y'all. What do y'all feel? We know we have sports collectors in here. Obviously you have, with Tops, you have super refractors and you have sapphire and things like this. But what do y'all feel? What's your thought process on this? And Dylan, what do you feel? What's your thought process going through this?
Oh man, so there's a lot. I was going through every single Tops product to see what I like and try to envision it in Fortnite. Now, I trust Epic Games their design has always been on point for anything they do. So
Hmm.
as long as Epic Games keeps their finger on it, on the pulse, and make sure the design hits, then I will feel confident that Tops can do a good job.
Yeah.
But like if you leave it in the hands of them to design it, I'm not so sure. I was looking at some of the designs of some of the products, and I just wasn't impressed with like the majority of it. Some like
Hmm.
stuff that you talked about was like really cool, like the, all the good ones,
Yeah.
but like some of the designs are really old or really like not that great. Even the Disney ones, I wasn't like super thrilled about.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm on the fence. I have to do some more research, open up some more tops. I've opened up Star Wars, I've opened up Stranger Things, and although some of them were okay, the art direction is very different. So it's really
Yeah.
hard to imagine what they're
Put
gonna
it
do
in.
with
Yeah.
Fortnite. Stranger
Yeah.
Things was based in like the 80s, and
Hmm.
Star Wars was like, from that time too. So the
Hmm.
designs being that focused and not that modern makes sense. So can Fortnite and Tops come together to create as stunning cards as Panini did?
Yeah. And no, that is it's gonna be interesting on my end. I'm at the place where I think we talked about this before when we were speculating. Um the first three major sets plus Reloaded were so solid that I'm okay to see what happens, right? I'm open. It's like, all right,
Mhm.
whatever happens, happens. But this is gonna be interesting because let's say it does follow the Topps Chrome format and it just falls in line with what they're already doing. That means that it's going to be super refractors 101s. That means it's going to be some numbered parallels. And I know that Shire talked about it. A couple other people, JT, we talked about it before when it just comes to what do we feel about numbered parallels. If it is Tops that's going to do Fortnite cards under Fanatics, there definitely will be numbered parallels for the most part. So it's going to be a whole different world, man. Some collectors are going to have 101s, and that is going to get interesting very quick if that's the case.
So I mean, it could mean, I guess it technically could mean other stuff, but all
Yeah.
these are cards. They've made all
Hmm.
these cards. So I guess you could try to say it's Funkos, but I don't think so. They have their
Yeah.
own partnership with Funkos and stuff, so I don't think they need to put that with Fanatics. Um, so with the information that they're still doing cards, and then
Hmm.
Fanatics adding this license to collectibles here,
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense for anybody else to have a collectibles partnership with the cards. Fanatics has all of the big hitting licenses, and
Hmm.
as we talked before, like Fortnite likes to work with whoever is at the top. If you
Yeah.
look at all the brands they work with, they're all premium brands, and Fanatics stole that from Panini. They
Hmm.
kind of just took over the market. They're the people to be with going forward. Um, so that's kind of why I'm pretty sure these mean cards.
Now, in that case, though, if it, I mean, the kind of the wins here is, let's say hypothetically speaking, that it's not Fanatics and it's not Tops, right? Connected to
Mhm.
Fortnite. If that's not the case, uh, once again, they're still coming. So could that mean that Panini has restructured or something along that lines? It could be something else. They could be doing it themselves. But for us, in the way this was rolled out, it seems as though that this is the direction. Obviously, anything can happen, but I think where this is where the proper speculation should be at this given time.
This is interesting. So Sharnak says like 90% of the crowd will talk themselves into the design. What he's saying basically
Yeah.
is that like we're not going to like the design at first.
Yeah.
I already know this is true. Like I work
Yep.
in design. I do this all the time. This happened with Series 3.
Yes. Yep.
How many of you guys hated the logo on the front?
And
And
just
when's the
yeah.
last time have we ever talked about that ever again? Like
Mm-hmm.
the little, like I have to look back and remember. Like I don't even notice it anymore, right?
Yep.
So it is true. Over time, you grow to like it, um,
Yeah.
unless it's just awful, right?
Which is possible as well. It's
Yeah.
all of it's possible. And Brennan, no. So Marvel is under Upper Deck, and DC is kind of in a different couple different places. They have a couple different licensings there, but specifically Marvel is under Upper Deck.
Dylan does say this: the best case, since it's not Panini, these other cards will never ever have any throwback or reprint.
Yeah, yeah,
The side effect is that Tops does do that though. I've seen Tops that does like they'll do throwback
yeah.
prints with smaller changes and stuff like that, which I hate. Hopefully they don't do like if you look at Garbage Pail Kids, like you see a
Yeah.
lot of the same designs over and over and over again. I really hope they don't take that direction.
Hmm.
That could be awful, to be honest.
No,
Um,
agree, agree. And to Richard's what Richard said, imagine those idiotic fanatic breakers ripping Fortnite. Yeah, that definitely can become interesting on that end. That would definitely be interesting. Uh I think the Fortnite community wouldn't appreciate that too much, but we'll see how that goes.
and I agree. Whatever happens, whether it's like an amazing set
Hmm.
or not, if it's not as good as Panini, this is going to bring more people into the hobby.
Yep.
It's like being with the top brand that's doing cards that has all the licensings. Like regardless, that is a major play. It just shows that these
Yeah.
cards are, they're supported by like someone big behind them. Like you don't want like Panini to be doing it if we're just Panini, you
Hmm.
know? Like you want to be associated with all the big names to kind of bring that flair. So like
Yeah.
if any cards from the Fanatics start doing big prices and like they have a certain style that they do that comes in like a new design for cards and they bring that to the Fortnite, that will carry over,
Hmm.
right? That chase will carry over hopefully into the new markets.
Yeah.
So it's scary, but it's exciting. I couldn't be happier that
Yeah.
people are starting cards.
Yeah, and to your point, it just solidifies the original sets that much more. It really does. It solidifies them. People are gonna have to backtrack into that side, so it's definitely a win-win.
Sharnek said that Panini stole like 5 designs in plain sight.
You know, that's a
Yeah,
fact.
yeah. I
That's
mean,
a
all of
fact.
them, all of them kind of steal, So
Like
we
he,
we'll
we just
see.
talked about it. We just talked about it before we went live. He Sharp brought up the gold
Yeah, yeah.
vinyls
This
and
is
the
what we were
super
talking
refractors.
about.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
pretty
like
much the
that.
same thing. Yeah,
Literally the same thing.
and
Yep.
I mean, Panini can only do so much. It's like Fanatics is so big, Panini can't really fight them anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Dang man, this is
I mean,
crazy.
so Epic owns the artwork, so they can reuse that anytime they want. But
Mm-hmm.
like some of the designs that like Panini did with them,
Mm-hmm.
right? That might be like on a card. That might they might have be able to say like, hey, no, you that was our design. We did that. You can't copy our design. Like it's
Yeah.
not like how close they look and stuff like this. Now here's the question: we were talking about this. Was this their plan all along?
Mm-hmm.
So they did. We were talking about this. They did the zoom in, zoomed out a little bit further, and reloaded was completely different.
We'll take all of it.
Were they really just like experimenting with what worked and what didn't?
Hmm.
Because if they did, Series
Hmm.
3 sold out the most, but it's
That was
not the most liked.
right. That was just time. People, you know, you have
So
collectors and stuff like that. Yeah. So
do
that's
you think that they misunderstood and that they think that the far up design is better than the close up?
I hope not. I hope not,
I
because
I
that
will
would
say
be the
they
yeah.
did learn that the loading screens was horrible from Series
Right.
1.
Right.
But I mean, we shouldn't see that. Hopefully.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
I
That
don't. I'm super excited. I just been itching to talk to you guys all week about this.
yeah. Yeah, this is and yeah, like the I brought this up before too. Like the atomic refractors is literally the cracked ice crystal shard. Obviously, it's actually more of the series 2 Italy style
Hmm.
of ice. And then even now I think Tops also has the sapphire, which is their other form of cracked ice as well. So that's which is technically atomic refractor. Y'all get what I mean. It's all yeah, it's all in line with that.
Yeah, I think the cracked ice is a technique for printing the foils. As I've been doing research into this, so I don't think that's copyrighted.
Yeah.
Now, I think that the way Panini does it, like they might have like the Series 1 shard.
Yeah, they knocked that out the park.
Like how they did that, they may have trade secrets in that part
Yeah.
versus to get it exactly to look like that. Um, but like the actual like hollow foil part of the cracked ice, I don't think is patent or anything like that.
Yeah. Shar
Um,
Shar said if they do Fortnite camos, I might leave the hobby. Wait, Shar, so you telling me you want the zebra print then, right? That's the ones you want. I got you.
as long as they don't do just change the border color hollow. Like if they do like border color hollows and just keep changing those, and I have
Yeah.
to get like aura in every color,
Every
I'm gonna
well,
be pissed.
you know they're known for that though, bro.
Yes,
that,
I
that is
know.
that's
Oh
the
my
thing.
gosh. I also know that their inserts aren't like we didn't really have inserts anyway, but I
Right.
know like Panini did better with inserts.
Yeah.
So I was hoping for some really cool inserts.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know what we'll get for there. Maybe Shardnock or other people can answer this question because I'm not sure on this, and I wanted to
Yeah.
know: does Top sell all over the world like Panini?
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Because we have a huge international fan base.
Hmm.
We have a lot of international Fortnite card collectors. Will they be able to buy? Will there be Italy versions? Will there be international versions? Or will they be US versions pushed everywhere?
Yeah.
Now that would be interesting is if like if they're all printed here and shipped out everywhere. I don't know. But like
Right.
if anybody has any information on how Tops works, I know Tops like started out with like mostly baseball, where Panini had the soccer
Mm-hmm.
stickers, which is more worldwide.
Yeah.
So I think Panini was better positioned internationally than Topps is, but that's just a guess,
Yeah.
complete guess on my part. Um,
Yeah, Brian, that's what I think I my understanding was to at least the UK as well. Also, wait, where was it? See, this is what me and Dylan was talking about before as well. This is what's gonna make it interesting. If this is the case, I know Shard is
yeah,
playing, but bro, them 101s is gonna get interesting.
no,
And Dylan's like, I can't wait. I'm like, really? Because if I order
yeah.
101 pop up and then somebody pull that drink, good freaking luck. Like that
No,
joint is gonna be,
but here I still think there'll be a lot to chase, regardless. But
but you're gonna want
I'm
that though.
I'm gonna be chasing that so hard. But I already have that feeling of never being able to get it, and that's with the prototype Renegade Raider. Like I'm never
No,
gonna
no,
it's out of here.
this is different.
Once Wayne found that, I'll never get it. But this one, I'm gonna be trying to buy packs, and I like to rip. I'm gonna be whatever the cost it is to rip. I'm chasing that till it hits.
Put it this
I'm
way. I
just
mean, you think about it. One, we can all agree that it's not going to be as scarce and rare as our original sets for sure. So now you got
the
right,
majority of the cards are not gonna be as
right,
scarce. Yeah.
yeah. Now you got the 101s coming in here. You got the wells, and then I'm just good because I hope, man, that's gonna be tough, bro. Seeing 101s is gonna be nuts. And like then you gotta think about it this way. So now our whole mentality has to change. So if you have a chase card, right?
Mhm.
I know in sports this is a major thing that we would have to adapt because now if you don't got that super refractor and you trying to do that rainbow, that gets interesting real quick.
I
Like
already know this. We're trying to do a
listen,
freaking rainbow that had a one of one in Panini for
listen.
John Wall,
Yeah,
man.
listen. You can't start bottom to top with that. I tell you that much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've got to start with that 101.
yeah, that's
You know what I mean?
man. So, and obviously we're highly ahead of ourselves here, but it's just is if that's the case, it's gonna get interesting real quick.
I do want limited inserts. Like I do want inserts, but like you said, I want them limited. I
Yeah,
don't know if they're gonna do that. I'm cool with numbered cards and stuff like that, as long as they do more stuff. Um, I'm cool with trying it out. I don't know if they're gonna do one of ones. They better put some like 1/10s in there so I can chase
yeah.
something.
That so Shard, this is interesting because I've heard a lot of people say this as well that they'll choose a black prism over a super refractor. So
Mhm.
that preference is gonna be interesting as well. So I mean Prism might not. Prism is gonna go after. I mean, Fanatics is gonna go after. I don't think they're gonna give up on that side. When it comes to trying to obtain Panini and get Prism and stuff like that, I think they're just playing hardball because they have the leverage.
Yeah, I mean they're fighting though. It's like at some point they might just be like, screw it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It depends. I don't know what
See,
they were asking for, but they said they were working in bad faith.
yeah, this is like so Shard said we all accept there's about 100 USA S1 shards. Yeah, that's the number that I sit on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the comfortable number.
yeah, for sure.
It could even be 75, but
It could be.
I mean, it's probably closer to 100. I always try to say like 150 just to be safe. I never like to like under. And
Yeah.
same thing with like the black and white comics that we talked about. I'd
Hmm.
rather like estimate higher and be like
Yeah.
completely wrong that it's a lot lower.
Can you imagine? So just hypothetically speaking, let's say this is the case. Let's say it's Tops and Fortnite under Fanatics, right? Can you imagine the headache that new collectors is gonna have when they see Fanatics has dropped, right? And then now you have, let's say you have these super refractors, you have these numbered cards, and then they start doing their research, and then they find out there was original sets with Panini. Now you're not just doing the research of
How long?
Panini. Oh
How
my
long?
god, bro, I can't even imagine that. Can't
So
imagine it.
when the new sets come out, guys,
Yeah.
is how long until people start chasing Panini cards?
What's the curve?
How long? Yeah, what's the curve on this, right?
Yeah.
Seriously, right? Because we're all early adapters, right?
Mm-hmm.
We already know with Fanatics. First of all, their website's way better.
Yep.
Epic Games seems to be more interested in doing this,
Mm-hmm.
and like, there's a reason that they weren't giving Panini the rights to do skin cards and all these kinds of things,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So the potential that Epic Games announces it is huge. So like, let me go back to if you go back to
What?
what
Yeah. You muted, bro. Oh, hold on. There you go.
I'm muted. All right.
There you go. Yep.
He said hopefully we'll be able to share something soon. That's what
Mm-hmm.
the director said. Now that could just be share with me, or it could be
Right.
share with the world. And if Epic Games goes out and says, "Hey, we have new Fortnite trading cards," and like puts it in the game or does anything like they did
Mm-hmm.
for the comics,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be huge. Like
Yeah.
there's gonna be people like, especially if they do skin codes or anything like that. So how long until the collector base says, "Wait, there's Panini Fortnite cards. We need to go after these," and those are gonna blow up.
That's yeah. That's and to add to that, I'm gonna just add. We actually are live on Instagram as well. Justin was saying that of course they will, and Michael Rubin is too smart not to. They would definitely have numbered cards. So yeah, along with that, but back to your point, man, that the knowledge aspect of it, and actually because we've seen it, like if you come into sports, if you came into sports in 2019, whatever the case may be, even if you came a couple years before that, 2017, those years, the interesting dynamic is that it was so much to learn. It was so many different parallels, so many different stories, and all of these things. But you just have these two different worlds that's about to happen. You have this Fanatics world, and then you have the Panini world, and both of them could possibly be very intricate but completely different. And I just want to say we will be here for you, but good luck. That's gonna be frustrating probably sometimes.
So, and we'll state this again just to be completely safe, right? So he said Fanatics sells Funko Pops, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
But the Funko Pops license in Fortnite,
Hmm.
that's a license between Funko and Fortnite. Okay,
Hmm.
so that's not a license between Fanatics. So Fanatics selling Funkos that's a partnership with Funko. That's
Yeah.
the way I see it. Now, guys, like I said, there's no article releasing this. This is all theory
Yep.
technically, but I've
Yeah.
told you guys how I've come to this conclusion, so you
Hmm.
guys can make the assumptions for yourselves.
Right.
Like I could be wrong, but
Hmm.
based on all the information that we have, this is what it looks like. If they were did like a Funko partnership and Funko here, that would make sense to me. I don't think they would say Fortnite when they're selling Funkos.
Hmm.
I don't think that's how that would work personally.
Yeah.
And all of these are Funkos. I mean, all of these are trading cards. So
No.
I also
No, for
access
sure.
this page through the trading card. Like I follow the trading cards to get to this page.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah,
No.
that's why I came to that conclusion.
Yeah, and Patty was saying how it would raise Fortnite card prices for a little bit, but the play is very long term. This is all for short term flips. Short, and to be honest, on our end, it will be along those lines. It'll be short term flips for some. It'll be leverage for others. I mean, you think
Hmm.
about it. If you still, hypothetically speaking, once again, like Dylan just said, this is all hypothetical. If you do pull a 1-on-1 refractor, right, and super refractor, and let's say that's not something you desire. Let's say you don't like numbered parallels, but you don't got Pilly yet, or you don't got BK, or you don't got Go Trooper, and somebody does, and they're just trying to gain all the 1-on-1s. Now you have a little bit of leverage there. It's like kind of crossing paths. So I think that's going to be seeing how those trades happen and how those things happen. If this is the case, I think it's going to bring a lot of beauty to the trading side of Fortnite and kind of where values lie and how things. Now, should somebody do that when it comes to S1 Shard? That's a different conversation. I don't think so, but will people? For sure. So
So
that's the
Sharknark doesn't need them numbered, nor does he want them. I'm
Yeah.
kind of in the I'm kind of in the camp where like it depends.
Mhm.
If they do it like they do it in sports, where like you've got this guy and he has 20 different types of hollows and then five different types of numbered ones,
Yeah.
I don't want that. If
Right.
you do like an insert that's numbered and it's a different design, I'm cool with that. Otherwise, stick
Yeah.
to what Panini did and just make them rare,
Right.
you know?
Right.
So
No,
it's
yeah, I mean, y'all know y'all have been with us for a long time. I was definitely on the side of I did not want number parallels. But as we started to see that cards weren't coming back, became more open to just having any possible
yeah.
cards that we can. So that's just where I'm at right now.
Now and like for the people who's like it's just like it won't happen right away for the change. I think you might be surprised at how small the market is.
Yeah.
Any Panini is the only one pushes, and they did like one ad, right?
Yeah.
If Epic Games, who has 5 million people or 3 to 5 million people playing daily,
Mhm.
3 to 5 million people playing daily,
Yeah.
says anything, you're gonna get a huge influx of people. Fanatics is already has a much better website and all this kind of stuff, and they're doing all these different things. They're doing breaks and stuff like that. If they push it,
Mhm.
that'll bring even more people in.
Yeah.
So I think that series. I think Panini cards are gonna rise with
Mhm.
that influx. My question is just like how long, and I don't
Yeah.
think it's gonna be very long.
Yeah. And to Richard's point here, right here, is what we were talking about just a couple minutes ago. He's talking about how he came in during series 3. And imagine coming in 2 years down the line. Yeah,
Dude, yeah,
that's gonna be interesting, man.
yeah. Imagine coming in like at the end of the first. Like, what if you don't get to like Fanatics like series two or whatever?
Series 2, oh god.
Y-
No,
And
my
I
goodness.
guess it would be called Tops. So we're all searching for like Fanatics, but I guess it would be Tops
Tops, yeah.
Fortnite or whatever.
Possibly. Allegedly. All those buzzwords.
This
Yeah,
is an
no.
interesting question. I mean, so sketch cards. I've seen a lot of like Star Wars kits, like sketch cards, which
Mhm.
is Tops. So anything that Tops does is I think we should be looking at,
Mhm.
because that's what they bought, and I don't think Zero Cool is doing very much. So
Mhm.
like watching what they do with like Star Wars, Garbage Pail Kids, and stuff like that, I think it's
Yeah.
interesting. And they do cracked ice with those things. They do the chromes. They do all those different things. And sketch cards, they did the Disney thing and they did like autos from those characters.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know that I want an Aura auto.
Right.
And
Wait, you talking about from the original artist though?
no, from like they did it from like they did like Goofy signature. And like I
From
don't
the voice
for
actor.
like yeah, but they
Yeah.
wrote it in Goofy or whatever like that. Like I don't need someone
Yeah.
writing Aura's name like that personally. I don't know. Like the whole
Yeah.
pretending to be Aura thing, I'm not
Mhm.
down. Now it's like you have like Drew Hill who signed it for
Yeah.
Donald Mustard's signature. That's completely different.
Well, first of all, I think to a lot of people's point here, if that is the case, a lot of those Fortnite, whether it's artists or pros, they got to go through some cursive lessons and auto lessons for
Oh,
sure.
for sure.
They gotta sit through, man. They gotta sit down and like, listen, we got to figure this out,
They
just
don't even
like
know what
any other
cursive
pro.
is.
Like, because we can't. When it gets to that point, they definitely wouldn't go for that. Like, they definitely would have to have an auto, like So that's definitely something that would be very important.
So Nichols was saying, what if they bring the players into the cards? And I think with Fanatics, like their whole thing is like fans of the game and stuff like
Hmm.
that. I could see them trying to push for that.
Yeah.
Um, I've seen I've seen hobbies go this direction. I've never
Hmm.
seen it like do anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know how. I mean, Fortnite's very different, but I hope they stick to like the lore and the game, like the actual characters more personally.
Put it this way, whatever it all depends on who. So once again, hypothetically speaking, if somebody just comes in, if this is the case, right, it depends on who is at the table for the collaborative effort, right? So obviously we talked about how the situation went with Panini and we didn't know how those conversations went. Based off of how Fanatics is running their business, if they have somebody that truly is a part of Epic Games umbrella under Fortnite and they know the marketing aspect and the importance of the skins and A, B, and C, then this can be well thought out across the board, whether it's players in there in the inserts and all of those type of things. It could be very well thought out and it can be great. Might be overprinted, might have a lot of number parallels, all those things happen. But I think it could be properly placed if the right people are at the table. But we just don't know.
So Mitchell, so what I asked them was specifically, I said the community has been waiting for the release of Fortnite trading cards. I
Hmm.
was very direct in my
Hmm.
because I wanted a direct answer. I said, have these been discontinued? And then I followed
Yeah.
up. I said, is there any information you can provide on the status of Fortnite trading cards? And he said, it's not the end of the program, but we don't have
Hmm.
anything to announce just yet. And then we found the Fanatics website with under cards, under collectible partnerships, was the Fortnite logo.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
with Fanatics being big push into trading cards, now adding Fortnite into it, and them saying they're going to be still do Fortnite cards, they just don't have anything to share. I'm 99% sure, 99, 95% sure it's
Yeah.
cards.
But let's say you're not, right? Let's
Yeah.
say that's not the case. If that's not the case, the other possible scenario is that they restructure with Panini. And that's a win for us because we know that we understand the direction that they would go. Or it could be an outlier, somebody we're not thinking of. But it seems like this is the case. At least there's some surety that we have on the email side, and then this side of the the speculation and theories right here, it seems like it's shaping out that at some given time that this will drop. And I do think, and you can give your opinion on this as well, I think this time is, if this is Fanatics tops, all the leakers will be talking about this time. This is not going to go under the radar. This is not going to be this oh, it's not being marketed or it's not being posted by the Fortnite community that does the leaking and the news, like the camping rushers and the fire monkeys of the world. This will be noticed immediately. So that would be interesting to see how that response happens.
So Richard says we're at least 8 months removed from a set, though. Now,
Probably,
this is
at
interesting. We
least.
have we have no idea,
Yeah.
like zero idea, because they
Yeah.
added it to the website. But how
Hmm.
long have they been working on this?
Yeah.
Right? So they wouldn't have added to the website till everything was signed and all that kinds of stuff. And the fact that they've already added it means that they're
Yeah.
somewhere in that process.
Hmm.
Um, Now, could that be 3 months? Could that be 6 months? Who knows? Um, 8 months, I don't know. I mean, hopefully 2024. But
Bro.
I do know at the national, I'm gonna be up there going to Fanatics and be like, "Yo, what's the deal with the Fortnite trading cards?" Show them all of our cards. If we bum rush Fanatics, they
Yeah.
got to give us an answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the
My
plan.
like yo, is the crazy thing is I'm just laughing because I can just knowing so many people in the community now and knowing some faces, the moment that news drops, it's gonna shift the whole community. And I think that's gonna be hilarious. I just whether it's good or bad, I just think new news of Fortnite cards is gonna shift a lot.
Here's the thing I want to say about Fortnite. They're fast, okay? Like they have all the design elements.
Hmm.
It's already been so series 3
Yeah.
came out in 2022,
Yeah.
right? It's already been over a year and a half,
Hmm.
right? And so the design wise, if you look at Epic's team, design wise, they got it down, right?
Yeah.
Partnership with Tops, who does this, it's their business, right? So
Hmm.
1.5 years, I think it's already been started. I don't think it was going to be that long. I think we can see it at the end of 2024,
Yeah.
hopefully.
And the interesting part about it is, we had this conversation before. We had this conversation when it was like literally nothing. It looked like it was dead. And remember how we was talking about how
Yeah.
there has to be somebody that you don't even have to care about the cards, but you have to understand the value of the card hobby, right? And we don't know if he's the one that pushed for this, but it seems as though Fanatics was the aggressive one, if this is the case. And that's what we were expecting. We was like, we understand that one of these companies have to eventually be aggressive, whether it's Panini being like, yo, we want this back, this worked for us, let's see if we can
Mhm.
figure this out, or if Upper Deck is like, yo, we already have Marvel, you work with Marvel, or if it's Fanatics, the ones that's feeling like a monopoly to some and come in and swoop through, and it seems like that's what happened.
Yes, there's going to be a new series. That is our information that we were telling you. It's not with Panini. Um, we've come to a conclusion that
Hmm.
it is with Fanatics.
Yeah.
This is not released information. I have confirmation from Epic Games that they're working on a set.
Mhm.
Basically, he said it's not the end of the program when I asked about the status for Fortnite trading cards. So there will be more, and we're pretty sure it's Fanatics. You
Yeah.
can watch the back in the video to see why. I did want to talk real quick. JT, real quick, I'll come back to that.
Yeah.
He said there's not much to do when it comes to design. So Fortnite has all these elements. You can even search for a skin, and it's
Mhm.
fully PNG, and you have the skin. If you look at the poses of these, they have all of these art elements.
Mhm.
This is not sports. They don't have to go and take photographs of the people and do photoshopping.
Yeah.
Doing this as a design is much easier than working with actual photos of real people.
100%.
That's another reason why I don't think a year and a half is needed.
Mhm.
How long would it take me to design a set? Me personally, just one person. Besides the strategy, if you're just talking about the design part, I mean,
Mhm.
if I was working on it, I could once you get the design down, that's the hard
Yeah.
part. Then you
Yeah.
just do it across the board on them,
Mhm.
right? So that part you can get to like 20, 30, even more a day, right?
Mhm.
Now getting that one probably take 1 to 2 months to get it like approved,
Per
all those
yeah.
process and
Yep.
stuff. So you have to come with a bunch of different designs, get a mood board, show Epic Games. They're gonna have revisions, go back and forth, go back and forth. When they set a design, you
Mhm.
know, that part isn't gonna take long to actually implement. And then you've got the printing, which will probably take the most amount of time and the packaging, all that kinds of stuff. So I don't. We could see it at the end of 2024, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, this is definitely gonna be interesting. I'm trying to I think I missed one that I wanted to.
You were talking about
Oh,
JT. He said Series One restart.
yeah, it definitely will be a series one restart. Probably name something different. I mean, you can even see how fanatics and tops have been doing it for the past couple years. The sets are unique within itself when it comes to the entertainment side. But Warfighter was talking about the esports side and how it can
Mhm.
rival real sports. And for sure, I think it can rival certain top four sports. I mean, I think me personally, maybe it's a bias, but I'm a big basketball football fan. But to that point, Fortnite is so entangled, and I'll put Call of Duty in there as well with those sports players and sports fans. So like that esports world, for instance, I got a perfect one, right? I know you don't watch football, Dylan, but you understand when I'm talking about this. Um, Pat McAfee. I say his name wrong all the time, but I say everything wrong, so you already know this already. But he, he has a show that he does on sports, right? And he was talking, and he brought in the same breath. Detroit is in the playoffs not right now, right? In the same breath, he brought Eminem and Ninja being at the game. It was like seamless. Like it was like so
Well,
he's a big fan of Ninja in general.
real quick.
And yeah, go ahead.
I had this idea before you started, but I'm glad you
Yeah,
went there.
yeah.
Um, Here's my thing against esports.
Mhm.
All traditional sports are so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
Some esports can be fun, but
Mhm.
you're not following the players like that. You don't see the player doing it. You're watching the game,
Mhm.
right? All the famous people aren't necessarily pros. You think about
Mhm.
Ninja, he's not even a pro. Cypher PK, he's not a pro. They're the most known. So esports, if they're talking about the streamer side of it, then maybe. But if they focus on just the best players, I think that has less legs just because people don't even know those. Like, unless you're talking about Booga, but once you start getting further down the list, it gets harder and harder in smaller fan bases versus people like Clicks. Clicks is like a unicorn because he's both.
Mhm.
Now, if there's enough people that are both, that's a different story. But I think that will be where they'll find difficulty because I think just like watching football, watching basketball, you watch that person do it. Where when you're watching esports, you're watching the after effect. You don't see that person, so you don't know their face. You know their name. So that's why I
Well,
think.
I think where Warfighter was going with that, because I agree with you saying here, Warfighter. I think what it is that the casual he's talking about in those 2 decades, the casual viewership they have to develop into that. So
Yeah,
that's where it's definitely heading to. It's just
I was. That's just
the
the
f-
difficulties that I was
yeah,
mentioning.
yeah. But even within the difficulty is more so like the way I feel about it now is like the way and one was compared to the NBA. Like and one,
Mhm.
you knew like you were trying to do a hot sauce with Professor, and Escalade was doing, and then the NBA side was like, okay, if you were if you had the skill set to go to the NBA, you had to polish your game up and you had to become more knowledgeable of the actual rules. I think that's the era we're in right now. You have the entertainment side and then the pro side. And to your point, that does have to be developed, in the right way. But I definitely think that it can fall in line somewhere in between. In my opinion, it can fall in line somewhere above or below Formula One, like F1. I don't know if it's going to hit the big four, but I do feel that it's going to rival and end up in some places that people may not expect.
I know as a Fortnite fan, I enjoy watching the players
Yeah,
play, for
yeah,
sure. So I hope it does get big. Wayne, the approval process, I couldn't agree more. Not just with Epic, just any big companies, especially if they care about their brand to the
hmm
level that Epic Games cares about their brand.
yeah,
And so the
yeah,
way that they care about their brand, it has to be perfect. There are going to be lots of revisions. So that definitely is the time ticker.
hmm
And like I said, I have like no insight. This is like on my past experiences working in companies and stuff like that. That would probably be the biggest thing. Because if you talk about like the manufacturing, they have those processes down. Like
hmm
the card's gonna be 2.5 by 3.5. They have the
yep,
different print styles. They can do that once they receive the design. It's gonna be the
yeah,
approval process that's gonna probably take the longest time.
for sure, for sure.
Oh, this is an interesting question. I'll let you read this one.
On a PSA, the sets are called Fortnite 2019, Fortnite 2022, Fortnite 2021. Will the next one say Fortnite 2024, or since it's Fanatics, will it be called something different? I actually think it will be called something different. I think there doesn't have to be, but I think they would like it to be some separation, especially because Fanatics and Panini are not on the best of terms. So I think they would, definitely want to separate on there. But
I don't have the slab in front of me, but I have my
yeah,
SGC ones right there, so I don't have a PSA
yeah.
slab in front of me. But I'm pretty sure it says 2019 Panini Fortnite.
Yeah, 2019 Panini Fortnite.
So
The
whether
set, yeah,
whether PSA does it was regardless, like how
hmm
they do it, they'll
yeah,
probably do. I imagine that PSA would probably stick with that and say Fortnite, whatever the date is on the card.
yep,
So I think it's two separate things. Now the slab is probably going to say 2024 tops
yeah,
Fortnite or whatever, right? So
yep,
like when you're searching for that, you're going to be searching tops Fortnite, not Panini Fortnite.
hmm
That would be my guess.
yeah.
Um,
That's
now
that's
whether
what I think.
now whether they start at series 1, series 4, they could do something completely different. They could be
hmm
like they could start from the beginning, do season 1.
hmm
You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I don't know how they're gonna do it. Um, that would be the interesting part. I've never been a huge fan of just series 1, series 2, series 3.
hmm
I haven't been like a huge. I mean, it's okay, but like
hmm
if they come up with like a set and then just release skins,
So
I'm
you
cool with
like
that too. Like
you like
Reloaded.
yeah, you like
Now the
more of the
Reload,
upper deck approach where like every
I
set
like
that comes
both.
out is kind of yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
like both. I'm just not mad at either. Like if you look at Pokemon, it's kind of like that. They have like the different types that you can
hmm
release. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Um, so and if they do it that way, we might see more sets per year.
hmm and I mean if y'all heard some previous episodes, that's kind of the angle I was going on the upper deck side, but this obviously can happen under Fanatics as well, where multiple sets come out, curated sets, especially if the Fortnite team or development of this that's in that will be at the table with them, if they're excited about this can be knocked out the park. That's one thing we do have to say. If the Fortnite side is all in and it doesn't seem the way the Panini relationship it was, if they're all in, this could be knocked out the park.
Will they release full box sets like Topps Baseball? I had this idea. I hope not. God, I hope
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
I mean, if it's all base, I guess there's like, you know, it means base aren't going to be worth anything basically
yeah,
if they do that. So I'm not sure on that. Kari, welcome.
yeah.
Oh man, I had to keep doing this, but Kari's a premium member, so I'm gonna have to throw this back up for him real quick. Um, I reached out to the co-founder. He put me in touch with the director of consumer products. I asked him, "Are Fortnite cards discontinued?" He said, "No, it's not the end of the program, but we can't share anything just yet." And then we found on Fanatics website under collectibles partners. After going through the like card sections, we found Fortnite has been added to their site. Hopefully that
Mhm.
helps, Kari. So pretty sure thing in my opinion, but no actual release of news. This is
Yeah,
just us thinking forward.
yeah.
Um,
And that's Kari also the chat is kind of trying to figure out exactly what the time frame can be. Richard says it won't be less than 8 months, I believe he said. And then you had a couple people that's thinking that it could be a year to a year and a half out. And we just it could be at any given time, and that's the beautiful part about it.
so I will say that I was doing some research on other products from Tops, and back in the day, Tops stopped doing the garbage pail kids or whatever, and they threw stuff out in the garbage behind the building.
Yeah, yeah.
So Wayne's going to be out there looking for those prototypes, the designs that didn't make it. He's going to be in that
Yeah,
dumpster searching
that's
for
funny.
sure. I wouldn't be mad at it. If you find some, let me know though.
Yeah, Richard. Yeah, that's what I said. The guess. Uh, and JT saying it's coming out September. He thinks it's coming out September. Nickel is saying Q3. Uh, just before. So if it's the end of Q3, that would be interesting because it'll be going straight into the holiday season, which means you could probably. I think the end of Q3 would be interesting. Kind of going into Q4 maybe going into maybe like a November like it has been before, something like that. It could be interesting. It could be interesting. I think Q2 might be a little too early. Uh but Q3 maybe the summer. Yeah, that could be
September.
yeah, yeah, like August,
Yo,
September, yeah,
dude,
that could be
I
dope.
can't even keep it. I'm just so happy that they're doing cards, man. To be honest, and like we're doing it with like whoever's leading the market. I mean,
Mhm.
forget who's doing it. At least we're with the leaders, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, September would be great if we could get it
Yeah.
before the national, though.
Yeah.
I do know that. I mean, that's like was that 6 months?
Yeah.
It'd be kind of
S- s-
hard.
Yeah, so that to Kyrie's point, Kyrie, it could be. But this is slightly different. Dylan explained it a little bit earlier of how he got to the direction of the trading card side, and also it could be somebody else. We just know that thankfully the program is not over. That's what we know for sure. That's all we know for sure. Everything else is kind of speculation.
Dude, this is not a bad play. Is to buy up all the dumpsters of like the collectibles, like people doing this work. Like
Yeah,
you're the company that goes and
they
does it,
got
and just like, take everything out. That's not a bad play. That's not a bad play.
time to get a job as a trash man.
Have you guys
Yeah,
seen those? Those on like TikToks and stuff. Like they literally go and jump in the dumpsters behind stores and pick up all the stuff.
nah, I've never seen that one.
No, they literally do that. They'll go
I
behind
bet.
all these stores
I bet.
and they throw out brand new merchandise.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they got to throw the stuff out, man.
crazy stuff.
Yeah, I knew JT would be more happy that they're doing more comics. So if you guys down here late, they are doing the order restored has been confirmed.
Hmm.
So that means more comic art, more story, more lore. Like this episode, everything is
Yeah,
great for us right now, guys.
yeah.
So like we're getting more story.
Or it didn't look like that.
It almost went to like they're just gonna be video games, but like we're
Hmm.
back into it, back into building up the brand and getting out
Yeah,
there.
yeah. And I mean, if and when the cards come out, that would be amazing, and the content would be infinite.
Yeah, yes, Kari, comics confirmed too. Probably not
Yeah,
till the end of 2024.
yeah. So, and just a small tidbit on that, Kyrie. It was definitely highlighted that this is not Donald Mustard's story. So this really should be interesting.
Yeah, that is gonna be. It'll be interesting to see what changes, and like I'm gonna make sure I apply that to whatever I'm doing. Um,
Hmm.
I still think the Donald Mustard era of comics could be super like let's say like this does happen and people just like, oh, forget about Donald Mustard, but that's like a thing right there. Like that was the start. So having
Hmm.
these comics already is big for
I
us.
mean, and then I think I know this is not just me the way that I look at this, but history repeats itself. Obviously, with the cards and with the comics, if you follow any comic book story back to when it started and initial and the initial run, there's stories and there's writers that people love and that people hate and they like the original and all of these things. And so to that point, Donald Mustard, if these next comics are duds or the writing is bad or the comic art is bad, it just adds value and appreciation to the original comics, especially the Donald Mustard era. And it's kind of a win-win. Unfortunately, we don't want a comic to be bad, but if that's the case, it still works out in our favor.
Yeah, I could see that. This has to be a thing because she co-wrote the comic that she played in.
Hmm.
So when you say that, don't be surprised if she plays a Fortnite character. I mean, obviously, this probably means they're getting closer to like they keep employing people that play in movies. If
Yeah,
you guys notice, they keep doing that. So movie's going to be coming. Um, what character would she play? And if they're co-writing her into it, that means one character is getting a focus. I feel like
yeah.
because she co-wrote hers, and hers was a main character. So are we going to follow the story of one character trying to escape the loop? If
Hmm.
so, and like she really resembles the character of Miss Marvel. So who does she resemble closely in Fortnite? Anybody that jumps in
Not that
mind?
I know nobody jumps to mind at all.
Ramirez?
Heck no.
He said Hex. It has to be a female skin though. It has to be a female skin. We're getting a female lead.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I don't know. I can't think of anybody.
I mean that's crazy.
How come it
How
won't let
come?
me do it? I'm not sure.
I have no idea either.
Hmm. We'll have to look into that. Fanatics come through and print these cards.
Yeah,
No, facts, Kari. Facts.
the name I don't have to look at it. We appreciate the thought, guys. If y'all trying to
Yeah.
donate today, I don't know why it's not working, but we
Yeah.
appreciate you guys. He said Fortnite doesn't have that many brown skins. I don't think that's true. I mean, they could have
The-
more, but there's a good female.
but that kind of to JT point that she could play. I
I was more thinking like the face structure doesn't fit.
mm-mm. Not that. Not that. I mean,
Most of trying to think. I don't know.
because you have it's no, bro. I don't. I can't think of anybody.
Dude, we're gonna have to go through it. Now, here's the other thing. Are there any skins that we want in this first set? And could
Hmm.
these skins like change? So like series three
Bruh.
would like so let's think about this. All right. Take some of the skins in series three that we've already said what if they were in series one. So if they redesign it and have Elite Agent in the first set of the tops, which one
I feel where you're going, bro. But as soon as you said that, all I thought about is the ageless as a super refractor and stuff like that. Like
yeah,
that's like the
that's
foundation.
true.
It's so. But to your point, I mean, Midas already gold as a super refractor. That would be nuts.
Yeah, mine would be nuts.
I mean, to be honest, the list is forever when it comes to what would be crazy in those type of sets. Sloan would be insane. That would definitely be a chase for me.
Ooh, yeah, Sloan
The
would be good.
ageless. I mean, most of this, to be honest, most of the storyline would be chase, especially the ones that's like connected to the comic. And we cannot forget if Renegade Raider ends up in there or Blaze, anything along those lines. That would be pretty crazy.
So you hope they don't do any OG skins from series one or
Oh no, I,
season
I
one.
would. No, I would. I'm open to anything.
I'm
I
talking about
would
what
like.
Wayne said.
Oh,
Wayne
that's what
said
Wayne said.
I hope they don't release OG skins. Are you talking about season one or series one?
I think you
Because
talk
they
series.
they are definitely going to be
Yeah.
reusing those skins.
Oh yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah.
are we gonna see a Renegade Raider? There was like we've talked about this. Why didn't they include Renegade Raider?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
That's
if Renegade Raider comes out as like a one of one super refractor, I don't know.
yo. I just want y'all to know that like I know everybody that's collecting Panini is not going to collect the possible Fanatics tops. But as soon as I hear 101 and Super Refractor, I have like these well names and faces that just like floats above my memory. And I already see it in their collections. So but to that point, series one, you could just expect most of the top skins that's the cards in series one to be in that set.
See, I like what JT's saying here. Is like if we want this to be
Yeah,
successful, if we want
agreed.
them to do a great job, like let's pretend they're going to do it for the next 10 to 15 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we want them to do a great job, then they have to approach it at a fresh start and pretend that those don't exist and just knock it out of the park. Because the other ones
Yeah.
aren't going to lose their value. They're the first ones and they're beautiful cards.
Yep.
Now, but these we still want them to knock these out of the park because
Yeah.
I'm gonna want all of them. I'm gonna want
Mhm.
Panini and Tops,
Yeah.
unless like the design is that bad. But
So, and it's funny because you know how we have these conversations now. Like we talk about the crystal showers, the USA, the Brazil, the Italy. We have all these conversations of how hard it is to obtain these things. And then you throw one on ones in that mix, and you have people like Wayne's and the JTs. I don't know how JT feels about the one on one aspect or how he would collect. I know JT's an elite collector. He's in a different world. But the MCs, you know the hobby
mhm.
wells in here. That
I
is
can't,
gonna be so
I can't,
interesting,
I
bro.
can't wait for you guys to come on this show and show your one of one super refractors.
Oh
Just don't
man,
forget us when y'all hit those one of ones. Don't forget us to
man.
like coming here to show us because we want to
See,
see them.
see, I'm a different type of collector. Let me explain why. Because I'm probably not a different type of collector. I'm just
No,
playing on this. But what I'm about to say is this: I would, if there's one on ones, do not add Lux. I would like her to not be in there more than her to be in there. I don't want to see it at all because I know that if I'm not
dang.
pulling it, I don't want to get it. So yeah, you can leave Lux out of that. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. But but it will be amazing to see one on ones. Now
But
that I'm thinking of it, it'll
But
be
then
dope,
you could chase some of like the lesser chased ones. Like I chase Bradley Beal or like John Walls. Like I got a one of one John Wall, right?
bro.
So I mean you could chase
Stop
some of
the cat. If you knew it was an aura one on one out there, you
dude,
would lose your mind. Yeah, it's over. I
I'm
I
telling you, I'd be
feel you.
opening boxes. I'd be like, and when it gets pulled, I'm like gonna I'm gonna put a hole in
Yeah.
the wall, you know? It's gonna be like, God damn it,
It was
how?
a good try though. I like that. That was a good try. I feel
But
you.
no, but like rocks, like if I can't get or I'm gonna go for rocks or hush. But like if I can't get any of them, then I'm gonna be pissed. You know what I mean?
Yo, yo, Wayne, exactly. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So it's funny. Me and Dylan was talking before this,
That's
right?
true.
And Wayne's like, I mean, Dylan's like, yeah, the one on ones, it's gonna be cool. I'm like, bro, do you know what's gonna happen when this drops? Like, it's gonna be ridiculous. If this drops in that way, it'll be pretty insane. It'll be pretty insane.
Dude. Now, when this does drop, we did this for series 3. We're not going to be talking too much about what we're
Mm-mm.
collecting and buying, just so you guys know, so we can get them.
Yeah.
Um, but you guys know the deal now. Like everyone knows how to do it. Like the market's wise. They don't, they can go out and find it themselves. But I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to like keep it close, at least so I can like build up my collection a little bit.
Yeah. Yo, this is actually funny, bro. JL funny for this. Yo, JL, I wish I could think like you. I can't, bro, because you see the thing is like I think at one point I think I'll get over it. I'll be like, all right, yeah, Lux is not there. I mean, Lux is a one-on-one. I don't have her. Wayne has her, or MC has her. And then it's just gonna be like, yo, I really don't have the Lux one-on-one. That's gonna drive me nuts, bro. It's one of them. Like that's crazy. That's
Dude,
crazy.
the
I'm
the
not
the
built like that.
chase is gonna be so fun though. The chase is gonna be so fun. As soon as they release, like
Yes, it is.
everyone's gonna be ripping and trying to buy boxes. And I love to rip, so this is perfect for me. It's like I'm gonna be ripping, man. I'm
And
not gonna
J
hit, but I'm gonna rip.
JT, it's funny you said this because I was gonna say this to Dylan while he was
Yeah,
saying it. They already know,
it's
bro.
they already know.
Yeah, it's
It's out.
nothing.
It's out. It's not the
And
same as it was in 2019.
and to see like our community is elite. They're elite. They know what to look for. They are very well equipped. So yeah, it's gonna be a dogfight out there.
Trade bait for those one of ones is gonna be
It'd be crazy.
crazy.
What, bro? Like,
Where's Black
oh
Ash
my,
at? Man, he's out there
yo,
looking for some trade bait already. Oh my
dude,
gosh.
it's and that's what I'm talking about because I know we're talking way high up right here. This is crazy
Mhm.
speculation, but just hypothetically speaking, if there was one on ones, those S1 crystal shards, it changes the whole dynamic because that first one on one that's traded for a S1 crystal shard, whatever it is, that's gonna be a crazy story, bro. That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
And then Black Ash come out of nowhere with facts, yo.
yeah. He's out there lurking, planning. He's like,
Yo,
all right, what can
listen.
I trade to get these ones of ones, man? Um, geez, oh gosh, I don't
Yeah.
know, man.
See, Richard is worried because if it's a moisty one on one, he's gonna feel exactly the way I feel, and I feel that. Yo,
Yeah, I feel that too.
A BK super refractor, bro. Renegade, but Renegade, we can agree in this context. If
If
there
they
is a
release
renegade,
if they
yeah,
release a Renegade Raider, it's all over. Like that.
it's over. It's over.
Now, the one of ones, they're gonna surpass the Series One shards in price potentially. Some of the big
Well,
ones.
but that's what I'm saying. That's gonna be the interesting part. How high does the top of the and we're not just talking about the THG list, whatever your list is, right? How high in the list are you willing to go to trade for a one of one? Like, are you willing to break into your Pilly, your BK, your Gold Trooper, your Skull Trooper? Where's that line drawn for what you would trade for whatever the one of one is, hypothetically speaking?
All
Even
right,
for
so you
like,
guys,
yeah, go ahead.
I have a damaged Gold Trooper, right? So who knows what it's gonna get? It's being graded right now. Um, and so would I trade that for a one of one? Hmm.
See, here's the thing.
It's hard without seeing what it looks like. But like that's from the first set, the Crystal I don't know.
But do see here, we talking a little too light here because we have to be real. Let's talk sports side real quick. That one-on-one market is insane, bro. Those cards sometimes
It's
you don't even
verified one of
like
one.
you
It's
don't even
like
see them.
no, you don't
Like
see them.
it's man.
And we have to remember that the Fortnite like fan base is different than sports where like unless you're like a Tom Brady or
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, your
Hmm.
market is a little bit smaller who's chasing those.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like a lot of people like they buy it from their team. Fortnite's not like that, right? So it could get kind of crazy.
Here's the other dynamic. To your point, here's the other dynamic of that. You see, a lot of people have completed multiple things that they wanted to in the hobby. So when you come into possibly having one-on-ones in Fortnite, it's just how many one-on-ones can I get for certain collectors? And that's the crazy thought. So now you're gonna have people that's gonna shape out to be just one of one collectors out of five, out of these X, Y, and
Okay,
Z. So it's gonna
here's where
man.
it stops. If it's the first set of tops and it's a one of one of that one, then
Hmm.
I might be willing to trade my Series One shard for it. But
Yeah,
like if we're talking like the second set, like if Ghoul Trooper doesn't get like a one of one until like the second set, or let's say they gives one in the first set, but then gets another one in the second set, I don't think I'm trading my Series One shard for that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like it has to be the rookie tops,
yeah.
if that makes sense for me.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, we all know what S1 because here's the thing, you can't get too excited when it comes to the one-on-ones and then throw away the collection you built from the inception because even those collectors that come in new that's collecting the one-on-ones, they have to go back. So
Mm-hmm.
giving up the major S1 shards and stuff like that, that's not something that I would do. The only way I would do that is if it's like truly my chase card. Like so, like we were playing around. Like if it was Lux, I'm not saying that I would give up S1 shards, but I would have to figure out what I would consider, right?
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, it's not I can't S1 shards is even S2 in this matter. And to be honest, it might be all of Panini. Like Panini is the original sets going into a new era. So it'll be interesting to see how this trading happens and how these sells for certain cards if that's the case.
Dude, if you guys know about the ring from Magic, I mean, if it is a one of one, it could hit some crazy prices like that. Now, if you want to look at some other modern stuff, I've been looking at One Piece.
Yeah.
The prices are insane for these,
Yeah.
like insane. I was looking at one card,
Hmm.
it has over almost 80 PSA 10s.
Yeah.
It has like 30 black labels or something like that, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. So like high grade has over 150 cards graded at a very high grade. $5,000 is the sale price. That's that sold price. It keeps selling for 5,000.
Yeah,
That's
that's nuts.
150 in high grades. Now let's talk about Fortnite. If we get to these rare ones and we get the broadcast that we're talking about, these things could go crazy, man.
Because here's the context to this. This is what's crazy because like
Oh
let's
my
bro.
god!
Oh no, that's
Gold
that's
Pump
insane.
Super Refractor,
That's insane.
the
That
mythic goldfish.
I'm actually uncomfortable with the thought of this. Like in a good way. It will be amazing. And you think
Think
about
of
it,
all the
right?
ways you can collect.
All the ways you can collect is gonna be insane. Like I know exactly what I would default into. Soon as the set comes and we look at that list or whatever the case is, and there is a super refractor, like you said, I'm Xing that out of my mind immediately. I'll save that for the wells. But when you get to those out of fives, those out of tens, then it becomes a little
I'm
interesting
not.
to
I'm not
listen.
exiting anything out of my mind. I'm
True.
staying positive. I'm ripping. I'm ripping like there's never been. I'm gonna start saving. I'm about to sell the house. I'm about to sell the house and get ready. I'm gonna be buying cases. I'm gonna look like Shardnock out there buying cases coming to my front door.
Man, listen, you gonna have to wait for that drink to die down. That drink off rip is gonna be insane.
Yeah, that's true.
So, man,
Dude, man, the collections are gonna be sick. All right, so I'm actually more hyped that a whole new company is doing it versus Panini, just because it's gonna be something different and
there you
exciting.
go.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing with Panini. I love what they do with the cards, but let's be real. Maybe this is
Hmm.
just me, but I always chase the mega, and I really only care about that pack that's in there and not ripping the
Yeah.
others.
Yeah.
But with tops, it's different. People are gonna be chasing hobby boxes, right?
Yeah.
And they're gonna be ripping cards, and it's gonna be in the packs that we find them. And
Mm,
that is more exciting, right? Because then you're gonna want to rip all the packs. Panini was lacking that. Like at one
mhm.
point, it just you care what's in the box, you don't care about the packs that much,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So I'm excited about that part. You're not ripping. Everyone always says that, but
Okay, so that's gonna be the hard part because you're gonna want to experience it. Man, it's gonna be wild, bro. I can't even give an opinion on what I would do at this time because it'll be crazy. It'll be crazy. Yeah.
I mean,
No, I agree to Richard and JT's point. Um, I get why people wouldn't rip and you just wait to snipe. You just going crazy. You loaded.
I don't know if
Like
we're gonna be able to snipe with our market guys.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to rip with the market.
That's true. That's true.
It's
Um,
crazy.
I'm if there's 1-1 cards, I'm ripping. I'm with Warfighter. If there are 1-1 cards possibilities,
You got
I'm
to.
ripping.
You
Because
got
like I
to.
can't afford. I'm not gonna be able to afford 1 of 5. I'm not gonna be able to afford the 1 of 5 aura. I'm gonna rip, and here's why. Because then I can trade a 1 of 5 Black Knight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But to pause you real quick, Butcher, just to calm you down real
Oh
quick.
my God,
This is
Butcher.
this is
Hurt
a
him.
hypothetical. It's a
Okay,
hypothetical.
okay,
So
Butcher.
yeah,
I'm gonna go
give
through
him
this
that.
for what there's 34 people in here. I'm gonna go through this one more time. All right, so you don't have to watch the whole video, but please watch it again. Um, so I emailed the co-founder of Epic Games. I
Mhm,
asked him directly. I said, "Have Fortnite trading cards been discontinued?" He put me in touch with the director of consumer goods for Epic Games,
mhm,
and he told me the project is not finished. We just don't have anything to announce yet. All right. And then I searched all the different websites. I went to Fanatics. I found collectibles partners, came down here. These are all trading cards. And we now have Fortnite added to the list. So for like 90% chance, Fanatics is doing the Fortnite cards. For sure, they're doing more Fortnite cards. And we're pretty
yeah.
sure it's Fanatics slash Tops doing it. Whew,
Mm.
there you go.
It's man, it's gonna be crazy because our community is so small. We all already know who's who, right?
Yep, we
And
know who's who.
so we just know how this is gonna unfold, and it's gonna be a madhouse, bro.
Oh,
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We're way past that.
I'm so far
We're
ahead of myself,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
I'm already planning out my collection, dude. It's
Well,
like,
Dale, we're probably 100 times ahead of ourselves at this point. Way past where we should be for sure. I think as time went on, it got crazier and crazier. Like I think the first 10 minutes we were kind of casual about it, and then the the roof just blew off.
yo,
Way past the
so
point.
get hype. I've checked their sites
I
before.
checked it before too.
They did not
Hmm.
have it on there before.
Yeah, I checked
I
before
don't know
too.
when they updated it because like I kept checking and it wasn't there.
Yeah,
Then I found the new section and I found it after I confirmed with Epic Games.
yeah.
Um, yes, I've seen some Avatar cards and there's Dune cards.
Hmm.
I wasn't like a really big fan of them. There's Star Wars. These are all like different like trading cards as far as I know. And if you come here, you can see full list of partners. So this is purely the list of collectible
Hmm.
partners. So
And it's one of those things where obviously this could be it could be absolutely nothing. But if we didn't have the email, this would be 1,000% speculation. This would just be talk, right? But with the email and just based off of those things, This could be very interesting. We like everybody was talking about. This could be in the next couple quarters. It could be next year, a year and a half. Who knows? But soon is soon. So we don't know what soon is, but you
I
know,
mean, we will be
yeah,
at the national. Now, my schedule for the national, sadly, is going to be cut short. I'm finding
yeah,
out I have to go to a wedding. Um, but we will be at the national. So if they don't come out yet, I'm going to be up there talking to fanatics for sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah. This is dang man, crazy.
JT, they're going to be huge disappointment because we're so excited. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? But like
and
we've been waiting
yeah,
for like 2 years. We had no idea if they were going to do more. When we
mm-hmm,
found out that Panini didn't have the contract and they said no, that was a huge disappointment. And everyone was saying they weren't going to do cards anymore. Why would they? Epic Games
yeah,
is so big. So this is huge news. So I mean, it's I
and
guess it
and
could go down from there.
well, and to be honest, another way that I personally look at it as, even if it's not my cup of tea, like let's say to JT's point, let's say I'm completely disappointed by it. The new collectors, congratulations, happy ripping. And we'll still be in the Panini era, and we'll be doing
Hmm.
that does, and we'll also as THG, we'll still be doing content on the new sets as well, even if it's not our cup of tea. But if it is a disappointment, you'll still have new collectors in
Hey,
there either way, and we just got to introduce them to Panini.
if it's a disappointment, then they're going to do a new set and change it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? But I have to say, out of all the companies that I love brand, I love like entrepreneurship, I love this kinds of stuff, right? And I
yeah,
have a specific eye for detail for like what I like and like
mm-hmm,
in a company. And Epic Games, the way they control their brand and their art and
yep,
all their stuff, it's hard for me to believe that they're gonna let the product suck.
yeah,
You know what I mean? As much as Tops wants to do and stuff like that, I mean, Epic Games has to sign off on it.
yeah,
And I don't think they're going to sign off on something that doesn't hit the mark.
yeah, for
And if you look
sure.
at all their stuff, all even their consumer products and stuff like that, it's almost always on brand.
Mm-hmm.
It slaps. I mean, we're buying freaking yellow refrigerators with Peely's face on it. And they can get us
Facts.
to buy a refrigerator. I'm pretty sure the card's gonna be dope. But hey, I'm a fanboy.
Yeah.
What can I say? I can't.
And sick on Instagram, if you're still in that chat, if you're talking about the new set we're talking about, no, it's not just with the esports team. But if you can clarify on that, we can definitely answer that question.
Wait, which one?
It's on Instagram. He said just a collab with the esports team. I think he was asking that as a question. So I just want to make sure
Oh,
if he
yeah,
can
no,
clarify.
it's Epic Games and Fanatics are working together to create a new set, just like Panini Fortnite cards, but this will
Mm-hmm.
be Topps Fortnite cards. And this is all speculation based on our parts and the information that we've put together.
Yeah.
What days will you be at the national? Rob, I think it's gonna be there the whole
The
time.
whole time. Yeah.
He's gonna be there the whole time. I have to cut it short. I'm still trying to figure out what days. I'm gonna try to be there as long as I can. I'll be there Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
Thursday. I'm trying to be there Friday. Friday and Saturday is what I'm unsure about.
Yeah.
My wedding that I'm going to is on Sunday, and it's in a
Mm-hmm.
different state than I live.
Yeah.
So I had to go
So
all the way to the national,
you're in the
all the way
position
back
that I was
home.
in last year.
And so
Yeah.
me and my wife were trying to figure out because my whole family was going to go to the national. So I gotta figure it out. I'll let you guys know. But THG will be there. I'll be there
Yeah.
definitely Wednesday and Thursday.
Yep.
Friday and Saturday I'm unsure. I definitely want to do a trade night. I want to meet as many people on every day that we can.
Yeah.
But we do want to do some kind of trade night.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I have to say that I just almost forgot. Shout out to JT for getting me another piece in the Fortnite extra butter and foundation collaboration. He sent it over. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, yeah. That's a hard
Oh
one.
yeah,
And of course JT found it. So yeah, I
I'm glad you.
appreciate you.
Yo, so JL sent some stuff for us. So we're gonna do a give. We're not gonna do it today,
Yeah.
but we're gonna do a giveaway here soon. JL got these. He made these for us to give away. These are coasters,
Hey, let's go.
and it has THD on the back with a
Oh,
link to our
that's dope,
website.
bro. That's
All right,
dope.
and I have a pack for you, Rob. He sent some for you too. So these will be giveaways that he made. They're coasters, and I don't know how we're gonna do it yet, but there's 4 of them. So I'm either gonna do 4 giveaways or 1 giveaway. I'm not really sure
Yeah.
yet. So shout out to JT for sharing that with the community. These are really cool.
Yeah, it to this conversation already was solidified. But Richard, ain't no way you gonna have to sleep in your car, bro. We would have you on that, and so yeah, the squad will have you for sure
So this year is July. The dates are July 24th
to
through the
28.
28th.
Yeah.
That's the date of the national, and it's in Ohio. So
Yo, Joey. Oh, Joey. So I hit elite and I thought I wasn't gonna gain any percentage, but I did end up gaining percentage. So I'm at 6% right now. Actually, I might be a little bit higher than that, but I'm at 6% right now. That was a tough 6%. I'll tell you that much. If I lose one game, I go back down to 2%. So I gotta be on my A game.
fun fact: Fortnite wasn't listed as brand on Fanatics pop culture section on August 2023. So this is fairly recent.
There you go.
Appreciate
Yeah,
appreciate that, Bill.
and Dill, me and Dylan was talking before this. I went to the article of the announcement of Tops solidifying the purchase. I mean, of Fnatic solidifying the purchase of Tops, and they listed all the names that was transferring over there. And Fortnite was the only outlier, but it was also aligned with that with those companies. So doesn't it can mean something or it can mean nothing, but that was something to note that it kind of was seamlessly integrated in there.
When did the tops purchase finalize?
Tuesday. Tuesday that just passed, or Tuesday last week. One of those. What is today? I don't even know what day it is. So
So
Tuesday last week.
so
Hmm.
I wonder if the whole deal for Fortnite for Epic Games and Fanatics was if they secured the deal with Tops,
Yeah, yeah.
then they would go for it. Maybe that was part
Hmm.
of the conditioning.
Right. Like it seemed like a combination there. Got you.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely very like we're not going to know for sure until
Hmm.
people actually release news.
Yeah.
But I can comfortably say that I'm no longer scared there won't be more Fortnite cards. People
That's
kept
the whole
asking
thing.
us.
That's the whole
People
thing.
kept
Yeah.
asking us, "Hey, are there gonna be more Fortnite cards?" And we're like, "We don't know. We know Panini lost the contract.
Yeah.
That's all we know." You
Yeah.
know. So this is great news that Epic Games confirmed that it's not done. They're still making Fortnite cards.
Yeah.
So Epic Games confirmed that. That is as much confirmation as I need. The fact that we have this tidbit that Fanatics added the Fortnite to the collectible partners, that's just another bonus that we get to find out who will probably do the
Right.
cards.
We can wake up one morning and it can be a Panini announcement, or it can be a Fanatics Tops announcement, or it could be somebody else. Who knows? But we just know that the cards are definitely coming. That's the win. That's the
Yeah,
win.
no, it's a huge win. Um, now
Major for us.
I do have something else that's like non-related to anything that
Yeah.
I was going to share with you guys. This is not collectible, but it is art. I think it's made to order. But you guys might find it interesting. This company makes laser engraved Fortnite maps.
So dope, bro.
They're 3D Fortnite maps of different seasons. It's like I'll click on one here, make it bigger. So if you guys are interested in this, I thought this was kind of cool. Like this, the floating island there. There's the meteor. Um, now,
That's
like
looking
I
dope.
said, not collectible. I think they're made to order. But I thought I'd share it for you Fortnite fans. This is season 10. You even
Dang,
got where
bro.
like Valkyrie came from, the
Yeah,
little
yeah.
the Viking area.
No, that's
So
dope.
it's pretty cool. And like I said, I've never bought from them, so like I'm
Yeah.
not like recommending them. I
Hmm.
just found this and thought it was cool. So like take that for what it is. I just thought it was really cool.
Yeah. And I mean,
Ne-
I obviously this is something that you would French collecting. This is pretty dope.
yeah, this is it says on Tahoe time.
Hmm.
So ONTAHOETIME.com. And I would just search Fortnite.
Yeah, Richard, that's it's pretty detailed. Honestly, the price is fitting, if I'm being honest, just based off of the and I think you know the carpentry, man, that's pretty detailed right there.
Yeah,
That
and
takes some fine, yeah.
they did a good job. I'm sure this is like laser done, I'm sure.
Hmm.
But they
It
did,
probably could be, it's quality. It's definitely
yeah.
quality. Maybe it might be a little too high in some people's eyes, possibly.
Oh, I mean,
Um,
I think the price is fine. It's something
yeah,
niche. It's like you're not gonna find anywhere else.
yeah,
I mean, if you just look at some of these. I mean, they're just pretty cool. Dusty Divot.
Yeah, that's dope. I'm not gonna lie,
It'd be
pretty
fun to
dope.
have on the wall. Yeah.
Agreed, Richard. Agreed for sure. Like, yeah, it's carving out the space to purchase that. I can definitely agree on that, especially with how we are as collectors.
What do you mean? Do you think they redid the OTR? What do you mean by the OTR?
Yeah, I don't know on that one either. But also one question for y'all. So we're gonna leave this in your hands. We can do this either way, in whatever way y'all would like this. So we are finished with the top 50 list. Y'all can pick this way. It's all up to y'all. We may even do a poll if it doesn't get enough answers here. Do y'all want it chopped up the way it was? Obviously the
Five
first
videos.
yeah, 5 videos like we did the last time, or do y'all want it in one longer video, I should say. It won't be long, but longer video. That's up to y'all can pick what the way it is, because we're finalized, so we'll shoot Wednesday. I'll edit it, have it all ready to go, but we just want to know if you would rather have it chopped up into 5 videos, release one a day, build up anticipation, or do you just want it all at one time? Y'all, you're our community, we appreciate y'all, so however y'all want it, we can do it that way.
Warfighters, do you think they redid the Order Restored comic storyline? Like, was there already stuff written? And if
Mm-hmm.
so, is there a print of the comic with the original story out there?
Oh,
This is a crazy thought, but I was asking Rob, I said, excuse me, why did they go out of their way to say that the story is going in a new direction, was rewritten?
yeah.
Right? What did they say? I don't have the link anymore. But they went out of the way to say that the story's taking a different
Oh
direction
yeah.
from Donald Mustard, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why did they say that? And it could be that they had the comic thing written.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Where was
yeah.
that at? Hold on.
JT he's probably not going to answer now. He probably already has it. Dylan said chop it up. Just make sure they're 8 minutes each.
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you,
No,
Dylan.
Kari, but I think they're expecting end of 2024. But
Yeah.
there's no actual date yet for the comics. Man, that would be crazy.
Yeah. So the specific words was, obviously, I think we've seen this one, but it was Order Restored comic is currently being worked on with a change in story after Donald Mustard's departure. It was another one I had where it actually mentioned Chris when
Yeah, there was one that mentioned him. You know what's interesting? It
what
can't be it can't be that big of a change.
true, if that's the case.
Maybe they changed all of the future,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the title still Order Restored.
So you got to kind of follow the blueprint bare minimum.
Yeah, they're restoring it from where we left off. They have to.
Okay, so here it is. It says good news. It seems Fortnite Marvel Order Restored is still going to be released, and Charlie Wynn is working on the story, which means Geno Lore is incoming. But I'm interested to see what Charlie can do, man. I'm interested. I'm a little bit skeptical. I don't know if it's just I mean his resume speaks for itself. So I guess we just can be optimistic. It's coming at least.
I mean, so the other ones did so well. They were really high rated. Now the question
Yeah.
is that because of how good the concept of Fortnite is
Mm-hmm.
and like what they've done to now, or was it the actual story writing? Right.
Right.
So
Right.
if it was the latter, that sucks. But if it's the other one, then they have a really good foundation to really write another good comic. So let's hope
Yeah.
for that.
Because I think you would want to, because to be honest, I know y'all may not know, but I'm big on the story side uh in in my actual daily life, my job and stuff like that. But you that's a whole different type of headache to convince the community of what's already done and completely reset, unless you are 100% confident that
Yeah.
you have the the format to complete this to totality. Like that's risky as a story writer, as a writer in general, especially on something on this big of a
Now,
scale. I don't know.
now
I
we
don't know.
just finished the season where they had a time machine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they could use that to rewrite the
See,
story
to
too.
rewrite it. Yeah.
That could
So
be Order Restored. Is they could use
yeah.
the time machine and then they could rewrite everything.
Then he has the freedom to kind of you didn't completely erase, but you reset.
That
And
it
that's
was a
comfortable.
different
Yeah.
story, right? But
Mm-hmm.
then we read it. So then, like that was the original story, but we changed the timeline. you
Yeah.
know. So that's a possible direction.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, it got pushed to January, the first week in January,
Yep.
and then we heard nothing.
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 And then we heard nothing about the cards. And then it was just nothing. It was we're just in
And
a
then
abyss
and now we
somewhere.
have so much information that is crazy. Oh, Dirty Dan popped up some stuff on here, so let me throw this
Right.
real quick. Yo,
Hey,
where'd you
let's
get these
go.
from? Man, I'm glad they arrived safe. These are sweet. I love these. They're so nice in the BGS
Oh,
ones
that
too.
clean. Yeah,
I'm
that
glad I'm
BGS
glad
that BGS slab looks amazing.
I'm glad you like those, Daniel. Another Ice Queen, did
Ice
not
Queen,
10. Oh my gosh,
side
you got my
sidewinder, the
rocks.
rocks, and or headhunter.
Funny enough, right in front of me is like I've got some rocks too. Um, jeez, I love that one. Oh my gosh, auras for days,
Them
and
headhunters,
it
man. The
and
winner.
in tens.
Dude, that's my favorite style. That is my favorite style of aura though. Well,
It's my
no,
least favorite.
fresh. Wait, it's fresh aura, right? That's
Mhm.
I got
Which
the
one?
minty act. The
The minty
fresh.
one?
Yeah, minty aura. Yeah, it's fresh
Uh,
aura or minty aura. What's the
it's
name?
not minty aura. I call her
It's
minty
fresh.
aura.
It's
It
fresh
might be
aura.
fresh aura, but there's also that Lucky Charms one. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know that name.
what the heck is that? Charming something. It's charm something like that.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's
some
probably fresh aura. It's not minty. I call it minty aura because I like that better.
yeah, no, I got the minty act, so I definitely like fresh aura for sure. Probably my favorite one after LG.
I love this skin. I want this card.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
Shout out to Sid.
Yeah, I love this joint. I love it when they take the mask off in game.
Yeah.
So before we end it, we got 3 minutes. I do want to remind you guys about the auction, the Dutch auction here
Yeah.
for the Peely, starting at 4K. Every 20 minutes, it's going to go down $100. The Dutch auction starts at 8 a.m. Eastern in the Facebook group. I linked the Facebook group here. If you don't have Facebook, can't get into it, you can claim it here, and I can be your proxy and tell Wayne, hey, they claimed it at this price. You have to be verified to be able to post here. So if you're not verified and you want to be part of this, go to the verified page, ask for verifications. Um, and I'm approving it with my discretion based on like I see who says what about what people for now until we get a full process in place. So that's the process for this. Good luck to whoever's trying to buy this card. It'll be exciting to watch. It starts at 8
Yeah.
a.m. Eastern. So good luck, guys. Yep, you're welcome for the news, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
And if your team is still in the playoffs, good luck.